Hello everybody, my name's Alpha Epic Gamer #1, and today I am going to do a quick video over a review of Borderlands 3. Now you might be wondering, is it any good? That is if you haven't played it. You know, I feel like I should do this because I have played the game, and for people who are skeptical about buying it, whether they should get it or whether they should just steer clear of it, I hope this helps you. Let's go into it! So there are some pros and cons of this game. Every game has pros and cons. There are things that have been improved greatly. Now, what I want to discuss first is the pros. Recoil reduction. The first pro that this has is it has such an amazing weapon system. It is by far one of the best weapon systems I've seen in a Borderlands game. For example, you can switch from full auto to semi-auto. And that mechanic is with almost every single weapon, which makes dual weaponry a lot better to handle. Because in the original games, or in the second and pre-sequel, there was just burst fire for dual. You couldn't find really any good full auto weapons. Not only that, but they have improved on they have improved on some of the shields and grenade mods. Like for example, I have a shield that gives me a drone. Which is, you can find shields like that. There are some things that were from the second game that are still in this game, such as getting these little things that can give you health or refill your shields. That was in the second game. Not only that, but the grenade mods in this game have a better status effect. Like this one that I have, it shoots corrosive ghost heads. And, oh man, it's probably my favorite grenade mod. Another thing that is really great about this game is, let me show you. Well, not this. I mean, it's fine. It's the same thing as that was in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. Except you just get extra stuff. It's this. Now, it's first of all an in-depth layered map. So you can actually see the places that you've been and the places that you need to go. Like, there could be a little gray spot here that you haven't discovered. And plus, it's multi-layered. So when you go up, you unlock more of the map. And not only that, but you can see more clearly where your hidden objectives are. Like, for example, this little Iridian writing. Because, I mean, you gotta decipher those, and when you decipher those, you can get an achievement. You might get a weapon. Not for sure. I do know that's how it is with, like, Claptrap, Mad Moxie, you know, all the challenges. Next thing that we have is, of course, the action skills. Oh my god. The action skills are phenomenal in this game. You can have 2 action skills equipped at one time. One side skill and one main skill. For Flak, you can equip a pet and an actual skill. I use Rack Attack, which shoots out Rack, and of course it has 2 charges by default. And you know, my rack brings me back some health, and it adds you can add additional rack, so I could send out 4 instead of 2. You know, it's just a really cool system, and it's like that with Zane, Amara, and Mose. So I think that's really cool. Not only that, but this game, unlike Borderlands 2, it makes it a little bit easier to get legendaries. Now that's when you're on mayhem mode. Now I will say that is a really, really cool mechanic. It's sort of like that one mechanic from Borderlands 2. I cannot remember what it was called, but you can. It's when you go to the DLC fighting arena, and you can level up. You can get high tier weapons. Well, that's pretty much the same with this, except you can choose the level, which I think is really cool because you can gradually progress. Or if you want to go all in, then you can go to like mayhem mode, mayhem level 10 or 11, you know, so on and so forth. Now, every game has some pros, and then there are some cons. So what are some cons in this game? Well, remember how I mentioned that you can find legendaries a lot easier than in Borderlands 2? Well, that's a big problem. And it may sound stupid, but hear me out. What was so fun about the grind of Borderlands 2 was the thought of getting a legendary. And when you go on mayhem mode, you're almost guaranteed a legendary with each group that you fight. And that kind of takes some of the fun out of the grind, because yes, you want these weapons, these legendary weapons, and it's so easy to get them. That's a big, to me, it just takes the fun out of the gameplay, because you know you're gonna get it eventually. It's just quicker than what you had bargained for. And honestly, I mean, when you grind for a weapon for longer than 5 minutes, you know, you get a sense of accomplishment because you're like, hey, I finally got it. Another bad thing about this game is, well, it's actually the main part of the game. It's the story. Now you might be asking, what's so wrong with the story? Let me pause for a minute and explain. The story is lackluster. It really tries to be like Borderlands 2 with Handsome Jack. You know, the two main villains, Troy and Tyrene Calypso. They try to act like Handsome Jack so bad, but it just does not work. For the most part, Troy and Tyrene, they threaten pretty much with every time they contact you. Handsome Jack, it was sort of a progressive thing. You know, one time he just talked to you, like casually, like you're a friend. You know, telling you about pretzel sucking or butt stallion. Like, he would update you on what's going on in his world, you know, and he was funny too. Troy and Tyrene Calypso, they're just nothing like it. It's just every time you hear from them, it's just you want them to shut up, mainly because they're trying to be like Handsome Jack. And you can't recreate that. You can't recreate the amazing performance that was done. And I think it's sad that, you know, 2K and Gearbox tried to recreate something that they knew they could not recreate. And it's so hard for me to say that because I love this franchise. I really do. And I like this game a whole lot. But I hate how they tried to do that. They had something that they could have kept 100% original, and they tried to make it like Borderlands 2. Now, why, you ask, did they try and do it like Borderlands 2? Because Borderlands 2 was a commercial success. It was Game of the Year. Not only that, but I mean, and one of the best performances. And has one of the top 20 video game villains of all time. Why wouldn't you try and recreate that? But they tried too hard. And in the end, they created a villain that people really couldn't connect or sympathize with. Instead, they created a villain that was incredibly annoying and that a lot of fans just didn't like, frankly. I know I don't like the Calypso twins. I really do not. With that being said, like I've said, each game comes with pros and cons. And I love this game. And I know some of my subscribers may have played it, or they like Borderlands. I'm not trying to harsh on Borderlands. I've played this game ever since the first game came out. I love this series. But every game comes with criticism. And sometimes you have to discuss that criticism in order for a company to develop better games. That's why I'm doing this. Not only that, but to let y'all listen to what I have to say, and then y'all determine if this game is right for you or not. I'm not saying that this is a bad game at all. It is an absolute phenomenal game, and it is so much fucking fun to play. But my big issue is that it tried too hard to be Borderlands 2. And for that, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's still a very good game. But it's just not as good as Borderlands 2. And by them trying to recreate that, while it is honoring the previous game, it's not doing itself a service, because it tried too hard and it did not work. I hope you guys really enjoyed this sort of in-depth review of Borderlands 3. While I do not hate the game, I absolutely love it. But there are still some people who haven't played it out there. And there are some people who are still wondering, hey, should I get this game? Now, that's not for me to say, hey, you need to go buy this game right now. That's for you to decide. I hope you make what you think is the right choice. If you want to play this game, by all means, go ahead. If you don't want to play this game, by all means, go ahead. It's your choice. I just wanted to get this video out there to sort of help someone who's either on the fence, on the fence of, hey, should I buy this? Hey, should I not? If you're really wanting to get this game, I would recommend it. It's still a good game. If you don't want to play this game and you think you're going to hate it, I understand. But no game is perfect. By all means. If you want to see me do a playthrough of Borderlands 3, if that'll help you choose, then I'll do it. I do not mind. If you want to see me discuss some of your favorite games, I'll play them on the channel, and then I will do my own video reviewing that game. So let me know what you think about this review in the comments below. Was there something that I missed? Was there something that I said that you may not agree with? Let me know. We can have an open discussion about it. I think that'd actually be pretty cool. Get more involvement with my subscribers. So please, let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. And be sure to like, comment, and share with your friends. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And there's also a little bell that you can click on that notifies you of new content. I do apologize that it's been taking me so freaking long to get content out. It's just been a rough year. I've explained that in my past video. But anyway, that is all the time I have for y'all today. I'm sorry it was mainly just looking at a paused screen. I I was distracted by all the gunfight and whatnot, and I wanted to make my point clear and, you know, make it sound like, hey, this is a pretty valid point. So anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell, and all the other stuff. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.